Thanks, Frank. Humid in here.
Make a mental note. Bring the umbrella.
Yeah, it's humid in the studio. We're feeling it.
Yes.
Amber's hair is extra poofy this morning. Winston, what do we got going on?
We're talking about drone regulations. Transport Canada out with some new rules. A lot of drone enthusiasts saying that the current rules that were just revised in March were a little too restrictive. Of course, you know, Transport Canada putting these in place to prevent things like collisions with aircrafts that have real people in them. And this is uncharted territory, pardon the pun, for everybody, right? Like, drones are a relatively new thing.
Absolutely.
And it's intimidating. I mean, have you thought about getting a drone?
Well, I would have always wanted to get one, but I don't know anything about the regulations. I've heard that you have to have a license to fly them.
Yeah, for certain vehicles.
Yeah, and I look at it and go, okay, am I going to get into trouble here and not know it?
Yeah, and I think that is the fear for a lot of people who are thinking about having a recreational drone for just use around the house and just kind of playing around with one. And then there's a whole other set of rules for people who want to have a drone for commercial purposes, for film shoots and what have you. But the new rules, the current rules say you have to be higher than 90 meters above the ground, closer than 75 meters from buildings, 9 kilometers from aerodromes. So these are like airports, seaports, helipads, et cetera, et cetera. The new rules now say below 90 meters from the ground, so that's the same, but now 5.5 kilometers away from aerodromes. So they've lessened the distance that you need so that you can fly a little bit closer to airports, but still far enough away that you are far away from things like airplanes and helicopters.
So if I wanted to fly one in a city park, how far away from like vehicles outside do I need to be?
That's a good question. If your drone weighs more than 250 grams up to a kilogram, you have to be at least 30 meters away from the vehicle.
Wow.
And at least 75 meters away if your vehicle is more than a kilogram. But other rules, you have to fly them during the day and not in the clouds. It has to be within your sight at all times and within 500 meters of yourself or closer, so you still have to be able to see it, and your name, address, and telephone number has to be marked on it, and a lot of people don't know that. So you can't just go to the store, pick up a drone, throw it in the air, and expect that that you're not breaking rules. You have to follow these rules.
That's really interesting because, again, like you said, it's sort of unprecedented ground. We're still learning, and I bet these rules get revived again and again and again until they kind of refine them and make them kind of set in stone, and then they become normal.
Exactly, and all of the information is on the Government of Canada, Transport Canada site, canada.ca/drone-safety. If you are thinking about having a recreational drone or you already have one and want to see what the new rules are.
Great, thanks, Winston. And we're going to throw it up to Mel in the newsroom.